attention to the feeling of your inhale and your exhale as it enters and exits the body. For most of us, that's right at the nostrils. Could be the lips. But feel the breath as it enters, which is generally a cool sensation. Feeling that sensation, and then as you exhale, the breath is warmer. So for a few breaths, feel the breath as it enters and exits. Let that become your single pointed focus, and everything else drifts off into the background. Listening, with the eyes closed, tip the chin gently towards the chest. Bring your right hand to the heart center, left hand to the belly. Just feel a few breaths now, filling the lungs, feel the heart, the subtle beating of the heart as you sit and breathe. The invitation is to set an intention for your practice, if you would like one. On your next exhale, release the arms down, fingertips touch down to the floor beside the body, and then walk the fingertips away so the arms are gently straight. Keeping the chin down, breathe into the back of your neck and the top of your shoulders. So let the inhale expand through the cervical spine into the top of the shoulders, and on the exhale, the shoulders soften, the neck releases. Next inhale, gently roll the right ear to up over the right shoulder. 2 or 3 breaths into the left side of the neck. Then next exhale, gently the chin drops down to the chest. And inhale, roll the left ear to right up over the left shoulder. Exhaling, drop the chin down. And on the next inhale, the arms will reach out and up. The head can lift and the eyes softly open, lifting the gaze. And then as you exhale, the arms lower down to the right. When your inhale arrives, the arms lift back up through the center. And exhaling, the arms lower down to the left. So do this a few times following your breath. Let it be the inhale that lifts the arms, and the exhale that lowers. So it's okay if we're in different rhythms. You're following your breath. The arms go up as your inhale breath comes in, and exhale down. If it feels really nice in a certain place, you can hang out there for a breath or two. Like it might feel really nice to bring the breath out gently. Pause in your twist. Just an option, or it might feel nice to just keep going with this circle of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And of course, you can make an Ujjayi Pranayama at any point in time in your practice. It's just a softening, a soft closing in of the upper airway to help us lengthen the breath, deepen the breath. If you're new to this breathing technique, you can find it by opening the mouth in the exhale and imagine you're fogging a mirror. One more inhale up through the center. And on the next exhale, let the arms part and come all the way down. And there's no rush. You can finish your flow. Good. Coming off of any block, a folded blanket. If you're seated on one, and sit the legs straight out in front of you for Dandasana, seated stack pose. Take a moment to feel each of the sit bones rooting down into the earth. Nice. And on your inhale, the arms lift out enough. Soft shoulders, and then as you exhale, fold forward, rounding gently through the mid-back and forehead towards the legs. You'll stay here several breaths. On your inhale, imagine the breath opening all the way from the cervical spine, down the back of the spine, and around the back of the legs. Right, so this is a nice full back length of the body, opening and stretching. The inhale expands, creating space. And the exhale allows for a deepening into the place. The knees can be soft and even slightly bent. And let your shoulders relax and the lower jaw release. No matter how deep you are, right? Relax into the place. Several breaths. Good morning. Welcome. Letting the breath help you become very present in here, feeling into first physical body. Feel all the places that are opening, noticing, and then letting the breath help you soften and release. And also it brings us so in tune with ourselves, it helps guide you into how much is enough, how deep to go, or maybe if and or when it's time to back out of it. Good. Exhale fully, and on the inhale, the upper body gently comes all the way back up. Walk the left foot in towards you and cross it over to the outside of your right leg. You can leave your right leg straight or bend the knee and have the heel sit to the outside of the left hip. We'll hug the knee in with the right arm and take a moment to feel both of the sit bones sitting down equally into the earth. And then on your next inhale, the left arm gently reaches up to the left ear. And as you exhale, opening the heart center to the left, bending the fingertips down and looking gently out over the back shoulder. Several breaths now into the left hip and into the spine. You to soften into the place. And exhale fully, and on the inhale, the upper body comes back to the center. Release the knee and counter turn. Then inhale the body back to the center, and we'll release the legs out and down, and shake the legs out. It can be nice, gently kind of pop the knees out to the floor. Shake the legs. Good. Wiggle the toes. And then walk the right foot in towards you and cross over to the outside of the left leg. You can leave the left leg straight or in the knee and have the heel sit to the outside of the right hip. Take a moment to hug the leg in towards you with the left arm, equal weight through each side of the sit bones. Right, so we have tendency to lift the lower down. Inhaling the right arm softly up to right ear and exhaling, opening the heart center to the right. Looking out over the back shoulder. Several breaths. Staying with the breath and all the sensations you feel. Releasing on the exhale. Exhale fully, and on the inhale, the upper body comes back through the center. Release the knee and counter turn. About 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale the upper body back to the center and release the right leg out and shift the legs out. Good, and we're going to come onto our hands and knees for a table. Tamer pose. Have the knees be right, hip width distance apart and pretty much right under the hips or maybe slightly behind them. And we do want the wrists to be right under the shoulders and the fingers are spread wide. Rooting down through the forelimbs, lift the belly button and ribs towards the spine, and engaging the core body gently, and then reach the energy back through the tailbone as well as up through the crown of the head. Exhale fully, and on your inhale, look up gently, maybe dropping the belly down. As you exhale, come back through the neutral spine and arch up through the mid and upper back into cat. So inhaling, come gently through table, up into cow. And then exhaling, rounding gently. A couple more times. Inhaling up. And exhaling. The next time you exhale through into cat, press the hips back over the heels and come into child's pose. 2 full breaths. Have the hips be over the heels and walk the hands a little further ahead on the mat. Get a nice lengthening on the underside of the arms, around armpits. Let the forehead rest all the way down. And as you breathe here, let the shoulders soften. Good. On your next inhale, lift back up to table. And from here, we'll tuck the toes under and lift the knees a couple of inches off the floor. And we'll breathe about 3 nice long breaths, keeping the core body engaged, gathering some warmth in the mid-body. Good. Take a deep inhale in, and on your exhale, shift the ribs back towards the top of the thighs. Drop the head down so your ears are between the upper arms and you're lengthening through the spine here. Take a moment to find a really long spine. And then from there, moving through the balls of the feet, begin to shift the sitting bones up high. Shift the hips up for downward facing dog. Then you can begin alternate walking one heel up and the other one down, working into the back of the legs a little deeper. So if it's your first down dog of the day, go slow and just really feel out. Find a nice long spine. It's fine to have a micro bend in the knees, of course, but I encourage it. Settling into your down dog. 3 breaths. Soften the shoulders. Press a little more weight into the thumb and pointer finger on each hand. Lift the rib cage and belly button up toward the spine and press the top of the thighs gently back to the wall behind you. And breathe. On your next inhale, the knees come down to the floor for table and exhale back to child's pose. When your inhale arrives, come back up through table, and on the exhale, tuck the toes and press up and back for downward facing dog. So you'll inhale to table when your inhale arrives, and then exhale to child's pose. Just a nice warming up, and then inhale back to table, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to table. And exhale, and we can be in our different rhythms because you're following your breath. And of course, it's always okay to hang out somewhere for a breath or two if it feels really nice. Follow the breath. Feel out where you are. And then honor what you know. Good. The next time you inhale to table, no rush, but we'll stay right there. And then we'll lift the left leg up parallel to the floor, flex the ankle so the toes point down. Reach the right arm up, and the right ear is right beside the upper arm. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Then on your next inhale, hug the knee and the elbow in, and exhale, extend out. Pressing the spine long, inhaling in, exhaling out. 3 more times. No rush, following your breath. Good. The next time you inhale, let's land the palm of the knee down and then circle the body. Take the body around in circles in one direction. 2 or 3 times. Big circles, and then we'll sway and change and circle the other way. Good. Come back to the center and let's lift the right leg up parallel to the floor. Ankle flex, so toes point down. Then reach the left arm up. Left ear just beside the left upper arm. 5 breaths. Keeping the core body lifted and engaged. On your next inhale, hug the knee and the elbow in. A gentle rounding through the spine, mid-back is good, and then exhale, extend out. 4 more times. Following your breath, inhaling in, exhaling, reaching out. And then we'll land the palm of the knee down and press back to child's pose. Roll the wrists and wiggle the fingers. Just getting our warm up in. Warming up. Hopefully you're feeling a little warmer. Exhale fully. On the inhale, come up into table. On your exhale, tuck the toes and press back for downward facing dog. From this down dog, root through the right big toe mound, lift the left leg straight up to the sky as high as feels comfortable for you, and then on your exhale, stack the hips. Alright? You can hinge that knee and the left foot can go towards the right wall. Lower the left shoulder. We want to aim to keep the shoulders square even as you open the left hip gently. You can lift the left knee a little more towards the sky. On your next exhale, lower the left foot back down. Walk the heels up and down a couple of times, settling into your down dog. And then root through the left big toe. Now lift the right leg up and exhale, stack the hips. 3 breaths. Breathe. Aim to keep the shoulders square to the mat. Guard from jumping into the left shoulder. Equal weight through the 3 limbs. Nice. Exhale, release the right foot down. Now walk your feet to your hands. Take as many steps as you like. Coming into standing forward fold towards the top of your mat. Once you're there, deeply bend the knees. So deep, your upper body rests on top of your thighs. And let your hands take opposite elbows. And then shake the head to me, yes and no. Good. Exhale, release the arms, and on your inhale, sit back in the heels. Bend the knees. Bring the hands to the thighs and press through, rooting through the feet and the thighs as you lift up with a tall spine. And then find mountain pose at the top of your mat. Mountain. Feet are about hip distance apart. Lift the toes and spread them wide. Lift the kneecaps up. This roots us down through all 4 corners. It allows the energy to reach back up through the midline, right through the spine. Right? Then let the toes rest down, but keep that nice activation. And we're lightly drawing the core body in as we breathe, but the arms stay soft. Exhale fully. On your next inhale, the arms reach out and up. Exhaling, fold forward, hinging at hips, and at some point you'll need to round gently through the mid-back and bend the knees. Inhale, halfway up. Hands to the shins and maybe the knees bent so you can find a long spine. And then exhale, fold, gently rounding through the mid-body, forehead to the legs. This inhale, bend the knees, root down through the feet, the heels, and sweep the arms out and up and come up with a long spine. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Inhaling, arm reach out and up. Exhale and fold forward. Eventually rounding through the mid-back, maybe bend the knees. Inhale, halfway up. Long spine here as if you were standing. This is Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Allow the mid-back to gently round and forehead towards the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming all the way up and exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. Inhaling, arms reach out and up. Exhale and fold in Uttanasana. Follow the breath down. Inhale, halfway up. This exhale, plant the hands in the corners of the mat and step just the right leg back for a low lunge. Low lunge. For me, I'm in lunge, keeping the upper body down. The back knee can be lifted or let down if you prefer. Couple of breaths. Okay, then hugging the mid-thigh as the thighs in towards the midline, rooting to the front foot. On your next inhale, reach the arms out and lift the upper body for a high lunge. Again, the back knee can be down if you like. 3 breaths. Core body engaged, the shoulders stay soft. Good. Inhale. Lift up through and then exhale, hands to the corners and step the left foot back into plank. 3 breaths. Gathering the core body, but reaching back through the heels as well as up through the crown of the head as you breathe. On your next exhale, shift the shoulders forward. Knees come down and the upper body lowers, hugging the elbows into the knee, into the ribs. Good. Coming all the way down and then inhaling up into cobra. Goody baby. Or more full form. On your exhale, tuck the toes. Press the hips back to the heels and press up for downward facing dog. Nice. On your next inhale, step the right foot up between the hands. Low lunge. 2 or 3 breaths here. I'm hugging the thighs into the midline, pressing the energy back. Lift a little more through the left thigh if your leg is lifted. If you're down, that's okay. On your next inhale, rooting through that front foot, the arms reach out and up for a high lunge with the upper body. Under lunge. 3 or so breaths. Good. Soft shoulders. Again, lift the shoulders, body you, cactus in the ribs. Good. A big inhale in. On the exhale, hands to the corners and step the left foot forward. And fold in Uttanasana. Inhale to stand. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhaling, arms reach out and up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back into plank. 3 breaths. 3 breaths. Good. On your next exhale, shift the shoulders forward, lower through chaturanga. It's okay if you want to keep using knees and then upper body lowering. Inhale into upward facing dog and exhale downward facing dog. And breathe. On your next inhale, left foot, step up between the hands, spin the right heel down and press up into warrior 1. Nice. In warrior 1, the back foot is down through the heel, but the toes point out just slightly from the midline. But we're still hugging the thighs in towards each other and press the femur bones back and down. It's more about the energy of it and breathing in, and then the core body stays strong. Shoulders are soft. Good. A big inhale in. On the exhale, hands to the corner, step back to plank and lower through chaturanga. Eventually all on that exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot up between the hands, bend the left heel down and press up into warrior 1. 3 or so breaths here as you breathe in, embodying your warrior 1. Nice. So we start out with the hips a little open because our toes are open, but in time as you breathe and hug the thighs in, you begin to become longer in here. We're not forcing it, right? You're just breathing here in time. Soft shoulders, heart open, core body strongly engaged. Right, keeping the nice low back safe. Big inhale in. As you exhale, hands to the corners, step back and lower through. Putting knees and upper body or chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 3 breaths. You can always rest in child's pose and bring back in. It's important to honor your own path. When you're in different places, and you know where you are best. Back and down dog. Bottom of the next exhale. Bend the knees. Look up. Inhaling. Step one foot and the other to the top of the mat. Exhale. Fold in Uttanasana. And then inhale to stand. Exhaling to Samasthiti. Hands to heart center. Standing balanced pose. 2 breaths. Checking in. Good. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, deeply bend the knees. Let the fingertips touch down to the outside of the feet, and then the arms come up parallel with the spine. Utkatasana. As you inhale, lift the heart center. Sitting in heels though, and grab the core body. You almost feel like a posterior tug of the pelvis. Knees can touch. If the big toes touch, you always just want to make sure that your knees track in the direction of the second and third toes. So it's okay to have the feet not touching. Just make sure your knees follow, right? So we don't want to be here, or here. Good. Nice work. Big inhale in, and on the exhale, stand and fold in Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and choose your path to downward facing dog. You can step back to plank, lower knees and upper body on that exhale. Inhale to cobra, and then travel through the knees back to down dog, or it's fine to keep going to chaturanga. Inhale, left foot up between the hands. Spin the right heel down and press up into warrior 1. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhale, straighten through the left leg. You can keep a soft bend in the left knee, and as you exhale, fold forward. You have a block or 2. You can place the block behind the calf and have your hands there. Or if you have the length, hands to the floor. Rounding through the mid-back, forehead towards the leg is fine too. Or you can keep it a long spine. We're breathing into that left leg. Couple more breaths. Encouraging the left leg to soften. Good. On your next inhale, put the right hand right under the right shoulder and right across from the left foot. Like shoulder width distance apart, and then inhale, lifting the left arm and heart center up. And you can use the block here as well, right? Lifting the floor as needed, or if needed. Exhaling, left arm comes down. Fold gently, and then on your next inhale, bring through the feet. The upper body lifts up, arms come up, and exhale to warrior 1. Take a big inhale in. Exhaling, hands to the corners and take a float. You can also just step right to down dog. If you've had enough of the lowering through, and maybe you just want right. Stepping right to down dog is fine. This is where we need up. Good. On your next inhale from down dog, step the right foot up between the hands. Spin the left heel down and press up into warrior 1. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhale, softly straightening through the front leg, and then as you exhale, take a forward fold. Again, you can stay with a long spine. You can place your hands on blocks or all the way to the floor. It's okay too to round through the mid-back forehead towards the leg. Yogi's choice. Several breaths. Let the lower jaw release. Shoulders soften. On your next inhale, the left hand plants just across from the right foot, preferably shoulder width distance from that foot. Stack the shoulder over the wrist as you inhale the right arm and heart center towards the sky. through both feet and lift the upper body up, and then exhale that right shin just comes forward. Good. A big inhale in, and on the exhale, take a flow. Hands to the corner, step back and lower. All on that exhale in time. But breathe when you need to if you're learning. Inhaling up and exhaling back. Deep breath. Soft shoulders, more weight to the thumb and pointer finger. Bend the knees a little, but lift the core body. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, look up. Inhaling, hopper step. The feet forward, exhale and fold. Inhale into chair. Sit back in heels. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samas DTE. Good, inhaling, chair. Big inhale in. As you exhale, stand and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands and take a flow. Or step right to down dog. That's where we meet up. Once you're there, inhale the left foot forward, warrior one. Good. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And step the right foot a little closer to the left. Gain your balance through the left leg, and then on the next exhale, we'll take warrior three. You can use your blocks, by the way. It's fine to place the blocks, have the hands there, or even to the floor. This is even helpful to square the hips to the floor, lowering that left hip point, and yet we want to lift the right leg, a little higher so it's parallel to the earth. Good. A big inhale in. As you exhale, land the back leg down, warrior one. Take your time, no rush. Then a big inhale in, your body engaged, and exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Meeting up, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhaling, the right foot steps forward, spin the left heel down, warrior one. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhale, step the left foot closer. Gain your balance, and then you'll press forward. The upper body lowers as the back leg lifts. It's helpful to find a drishti here, a place for your eyes to focus on the floor. Lowering the left hip point just a little more, even as you lift the left leg. Good. A big inhale in. As you exhale, lower the back leg. Warrior one. Then a big inhale in. Exhale and flow through. Remember, it's okay to step right to down dog. Or take a flow. Nice. Deep breath. On your next exhale, bend the knees, look up, inhaling, hopper step. Exhale and fold. Inhale into chair. Exhale to stand. Nice. Inhaling, Uttanasana chair. Exhale, stand and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and flow through. For vinyasa. From this down dog, lift the left leg straight up to the sky and exhale, stack the hips. Inhale the left foot between the hands, this time for warrior two. So this stance is a little wider, the back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. And then the arms reach up underneath the legs. See your big toe just to the inside of that left knee. Do it a little more through your right pinky toe side. Imagining this right hip opens to the wall behind you, and then sink the tailbone just another centimeter. Nice. Inhale, straightening through the left leg. Exhale and reach the upper body forward until you can't go any further. That's when you rotate the arms up and down. You can have a block under your left hand. If it's comfortable on the neck, look up. This helps us keep both sides of the body lifted and long out of the hips. If you need to, though, look straight ahead. Or down. Breathe, soften the right shoulder. Good. Now we do exhale, look down. On the inhale, the upper body lifts. Exhale, warrior two. Just bring the shin forward slightly. Breathe breath. Soft shoulders. Externally rotate the left palm and inhale, reversing your warrior. Big inhale. On your exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor. Step to down dog or take a flow. Meet up and downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, take the right leg straight up to the sky and exhale, stack the hips. And breathe. Inhale the right foot up between the hands, Virabhadrasana 2. Take your time. It's a wider stance, back leg parallel to the back edge of the mat. Rooting through all four corners of each foot, especially rooting through the left pinky toe side of the left foot. This helps you open that thigh a little more to the wall behind you. Be careful right when you do that. This knee wants to collapse in, so go back and see your big toes to the inside of that knee. Inhale, straightening softly through the right leg. Exhale, reaching the upper body forward. Stay in the same plane until you can't go any further. And that's when you rotate the arms up and down. Breathe, soften the left shoulder, soften the jaw. Exhale, look down. Inhale, the upper body lifts up. Exhale, warrior two. Feel the breath. Thinking about rooting through and opening the hips. Warrior two is a nice hip opening, standing asana. Externally rotate the right palm and inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. And take a flow. Or look, just step right down dog. This is where we meet up. Breathe breath once you're there. Bottom of the next exhale, bring the knees, look up. Inhaling, hopper step, the feet forward, exhale and fold. Inhale into chair. And exhale to Samasthiti. Nice, 2 or 3 breaths. One more flow and then we'll come down to the floor. You guys are doing it. Inhale, Utkatasana chair. Exhale, stand fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and choose your path. Nice. From this down dog, lift the left leg straight up to the sky and exhale, stack the hips. Inhale the left knee to the outside of the left elbow, so you're coming forward to plank. gonna hover here, 3 breaths. Exhale, take that leg back up with 3-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to the right elbow, 3 breaths. And anytime you can straighten the leg if you want a little more. Good. Exhale, press back. Inhale, left knee to the belly button. Forehead to the knee and press forward into plank. And then we'll land the shin down. Left knee behind the left wrist. The right knee comes down and you can walk that leg back. Aiming to keep the hips square to the floor. One-legged king, or you can always place the block under the left hip for support. A big inhale in, and on the exhale, lift the spine out of the hips and let the heart center come forward and down. Your head can come to stacked fists or all be down to the floor. Breathe. Breathing into that right hip. Excuse me, left hip. Yoga is really good at getting our brain hemispheres to communicate. And I know when I'm in a good place because I can't find the language right. I use my sides. You know, I'm more in the right brain, which most of us in this society need to get a little more in touch with. We can be very, I think, left hemisphere. Which is not bad, you know, that's our like task, to-do list, take it apart, put it together, side. And then the right side though is that nice holistic, like bigger picture. So yeah, language is on the left. And I lose my direction by right, left sometimes. Okay, good. Exhale fully, and on the inhale, lift the upper body. Lift the upper body. We're going to bring the right fingertips in front of the left knee and turn and look out over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. And this time the left fingertips in front of the left toes. And look out over the right. Now here you might want to bend the right knee and reach that hand to the ankle. About 3 to 5 breaths. Letting the breath of the body soften. This could be a nice, couple of days. Working through that right quad muscle as well as opening through the right shoulder. Exhale, release. Come back to the center of the upper body. Plant the hands, tuck the right toes, and then shift the hips up and back. And you can shake the left leg out or circle the hip. Nice. Settle into your down dog. Inhale the right leg up to the sky and exhale back the hips. Then it's an inhale, right knee to the right elbow. Coming into plank and hover, 2 or 3 breaths. Always you can sting if you like. Inhale and exhale, press back to 3-legged dog. Inhale, the right knee to the left elbow. Breathe. You extend, you work a little more to that adductor, inner leg. Inhale back and exhale, press out. 3-legged. Inhale, right knee to the belly button, forehead to the knee, and press forward to plank. Land the right knee down behind the right wrist. Left knee lands down. Feel free to put a block under the right hip for support. A big inhale in, and as you exhale, reach the spine out of the hips. And the forehead can come down to stacked fists. All the way to the mat or to the block. Several breaths. Letting the breath really work to and open that right hip. tense. And for most of us, that's okay, even though it's annoying. Exhale fully, and on the inhale, lift the upper body. Good, and we'll bring the left fingertips in front of the right knee, and just turn the heart center towards the right. Look out over the shoulder. At least 3 nice long breaths. Good. Then inhale, come back to the center. And the right fingertips in front of the left toes, and look out. Now here you might want to bend the left knee and reach the hand to the ankle. In time, right elbow, the foot comes to the elbow. But you're breathing yourself into this place, and only with practice, right, and exhale, release. Inhaling back to the center. Plant the hands, tuck the left toes, and then press up and back. For downward facing dog, you feel free to shake that right hip out. Circle the hip, shake the leg. Walk the dog. And then walk your feet to your hands. Coming into standing forward fold. Deeply bend the legs so deep your upper body rests on top of the thighs and hands take opposite elbows. Shake the head gently, yes and no. Letting the upper body get really heavy. This is nice and it's very safe for the low back, especially if you're able to put your upper body on top of your thighs, which anyone can do as long as you bend the knee deep enough. Good. And this is lovely upper back, neck release. Release the arms down. And on your inhale, we'll come up to stand. Do some core body. Right. Keep the spine. Yeah. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And 2 or 3 breaths. Check in. Good. Step into the top of your mat if you're not already there. Arms go straight out ahead of you. Thumb tuck into the palms and fingers loosely wrapped around the thumb. Inhaling, just lift the heels off the floor. And as you exhale, lower down. Once your hips reach your heels, you can use the hands to assist. You want to roll on the spine. So sit back gently and roll out on the spine. Several times. Nice. And then next time you roll forward, let's come into boat pose. If you're new to boat pose, leave the toes down but lift the heels, hands behind the thighs and draw the spine really tall. It's like the breastbone is reaching right up to the sky. And then in time you just sit, balance back and lift the toes off the floor, shins are parallel at least. Of course you can straighten legs any amount. I've been doing this pose for years and I still shake because it's a strong hip flexor move actually. Hip flexor's got to work here in the lower core body. Good. Couple more breaths. A big inhale in and on the exhale release and roll out on the spine. Several rolls. Good. One more time, boat pose. You have to do both sides of the body. Keep it even. Good. Maybe lift the toes a little more. Lift, lift, lift. But tall spine, and then exhale, release. Nice. Good. And then we're all going to ease ourselves back and down onto our backs. Step your feet wide so each foot touches the outside of the mat. Hands to your belly and sway the knees back and forth. Nice gentle sways. The next time you take the knees down to the right, let the legs stay. The left arm traces down along beside the body and the fingertips reach for the left ankle. It's fine if you just reach for the ankle if it feels too deep to actually take the ankle. So I'm working through the left quad muscles. If you want a little more stretch, you would just gently press the femur bone down towards the earth. You don't want to feel any pulling around the kneecap. That's the caveat. No pulling around the knee. If you feel that, don't press. Maybe you don't even hold the ankle. Just like gravity. And breath and time do the work. On your next inhale, we'll gently release the ankle and lift the knees, and we'll take the knees down to the left. Trace the right arm alongside the body, right fingertips. Gently take the right ankle, and the ankle stays flexed, toes towards the knee. Again, any amount of deepening by gentle pressing the femur bone down. Don't, though, feel any pulling around the kneecap. And breathe. On your next inhale, gently lift the knees towards the ceiling, releasing the ankle. Then lift the knees in towards the body. Hands to the knees and circle the legs a few times each direction. Just small circles. Giving the low back and the sacrum a nice massage. And then come back to center. Let the arms be straight, but you're holding the knees and the lower leg is relaxed. Take a big inhale in. When you exhale, just gently hug the knees in towards the heart. And then when the inhale arrives, let the arms go straight, knees towards the front wall. This is Apanasana. So we'll do this several times. Just when you exhale, you gently hug the knees in. Just gently pressing the breath out of the body, and then when the inhale arrives, let the lungs fill and the arms go straight. And you can go as slow as you like. Next time you inhale, the arms straight, let the feet gently sit down. Arms alongside the body, walk the heels up till they just touch the fingertips on each hand. Then on your next inhale, we'll gently lift the hips towards the sky. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Let's add the arms in. So next time you inhale the hips, lift the arms up and overhead. You can go nice and slow, and then when you exhale, the arms come overhead and the hips lower down. 3 more times, following your breath. Next time you exhale, the arms down and the body down. Then you'll just gently reach each leg out and down onto the floor. Flip the palms over so they face up for Shavasana, resting pose. And feel free to cover up, put your sweaters on for the final resting pose. Let yourself be warm and then relax down and get heavy. Allow yourself a couple more minutes of nothing to do. Feel the body, the weight of the body and the breath. If your mind starts to get busy, just breathe the thoughts away and tell it to behave. Your life is waiting for you after you exit the doors. This last couple of minutes for you to just do nothing. deepening the breath. Move fingers and toes, roll wrists and ankles. Just awaken the limbs. Be nice to draw the knee towards the heart, and then turn onto one side, resting on your side for a couple of breaths. And after breathing, easing yourself up into a comfortable seated place. It's an invitation to take Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. It's fine to let your arms rest as you like. Do let your eyes be closed and just a few silent breaths going within. It's an honor, joy, and a privilege to practice yoga with each of you today. May you all stay well. Namaste. Yay, thank you all. Happy to see new faces. Welcome and happy to practice with you at the start of this year. May you have a wonderful week. Wonderful week. See you next time. And if you use lip gloss, just leave them in your square and I'll clean them off for you after you go. Thank you. Or any other libby's things.